First on NBC 10 News at 5, a medical worker is burned and beaten by a nurse inside a New Jersey hospital. Now the attacker has been found dead in our area. Appreciate you being here at 5 o'clock. I'm Jim Rosenfield.
And I'm Tracy Davidson. The victim is left with very serious burns and other injuries. It started at Hackensack University Medical Center in North Jersey, where investigators say Nick Pagano worked as a nurse. He's from our area and was found dead in Camden County this morning. He was tracked to a signal from his cell phone.
NBC 10's Cydney Long's been working on getting the details for us all day long. Cyd, Pagano was considered armed and dangerous by detectives, right, who followed his trail right to our region.
Yeah, Jim and Tracy, and this location is some 92 miles from Hackensack University Medical Center. But as Tracy mentioned, it was a ping from Pagano's cell phone that initially led detectives right here to the woods. We're right next to Tuckahoe Turf Farm, about a quarter mile or so in. Early this morning, adjacent to the turf farm, that's where they discovered his body. And this is Waterford on the Hamilton border. As we learn more about Pagano's events of yesterday, we also know now he has family who lives nearby. Wanted for attempted murder, 31-year-old Nicholas Pagano is the man police say who took his own life, ending a 24-hour statewide manhunt. Skyforce 10 over his white Jeep lodged in dense woods in Waterford Township, discovered early this morning.
He was out of control, that guy.
It was a 911 call from 92 miles away inside Hackensack University Medical Center around 5:15 Monday morning that led police to find a 54-year-old patient care technician had been brutally attacked. Pagano, who was a traveling nurse, according to this criminal complaint and probable cause affidavit, was off duty but made his way to a break room where the woman was alone. He used some kind of torch to burn the 54-year-old hospital employee on her chest, neck, and face. Later, witnesses watched him chase the woman, striking her on the head with a wrench.
Wow, that's scary.
The hospital went into lockdown. Police later able to see Pagano leaving at 5:29 in the morning in this white Jeep. His West Deptford neighbors tell NBC 10 Pagano had recently been acting visibly strange.
Recently, he's been getting more out of control, like cursing and screaming, running around in bathrobes. And I knew something was wrong when he started doing karate in the parking lot.
Richard Hallowell says Pagano had directly threatened an older neighbor.
My wife called up the number that was on the police this morning to let him know that my dad and I were in Home Depot and we saw him buying things. And I was like, that's the guy I yelled at, because I'll leave this gentleman alone.
No one at Pagano's brother's home, where police say he stole a gun late yesterday, the one he used to take his life, wanted to speak to us.
I don't know how he passed the background check of a traveling nurse.
We're asking the state's Department of Consumer Affairs about Pagano's nursing license and with whom he was directly employed. Hallowell and others in the medical field now left wondering.
Why aren't there metal detectors? If he brought a wrench and supposedly lit the lady on fire, they would have stopped him. Now, just in the last hour or so, Hackensack Meridian tells NBC 10 that Pagano has been a nurse since roughly 2016 and that he also passed a rigorous background check by a contracted company. They do also say that he was one of nearly 1,000 nurses that was hired during the COVID pandemic as it swept through staff at the hospital. That victim, she does remain in critical but stable condition tonight.